Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So the game has officially launched, but things seem to go to hell. So I typically have a 3 video limit per day, but given that the THG price action has really fallen off dramatically, I wanted to make this video at least for the people who were buying through the run-up so that I can walk you through what's happening in the market, we evaluate the charts, and what do we do moving forward, okay? First of all, let me recap one thing I said in our TA 101 series on how to deal with market dumps. What if your gaming token is currently at an uptrend? First of all, don't get cocky and brag all over the internet or the Discord that you're still making money in spite of everything going to hell. That is one way for the markets to really eat you up sometime in the future. The best way to deal with this type of cryptos is try to see how healthy they're holding up. If they're starting to slow down, like for example, for Gala right here, if they appear to show signs of slowing down because either a retracement to particular levels, so for example, because of the market dumps, now you're starting to see things crab and maybe fall down a little bit, then you can identify your potential buying opportunity if you want to continue investing in a successful token in spite of a dump. This is where you identify once again key levels of opportunity that you would want to get in to accumulate more Gala. There you go. That is why I will always keep repeating this. And it doesn't come from me. It comes from a very famous YouTuber, CoinSkid, who's my biggest inspiration as to why I started the channel. If you buy big green candles, you get big red dildos. So even though it's a popular saying, even though you know it in your head, if you continue to purchase during the run-up, what do you do now? How do you deal with that situation? First of all, while it's normal to blame the post-game launch, the traders or investors who pretty much bought the rumor, sell the news, the moon boys in YouTube who were hyping that THG would be $100, $200, $1,000 in the future, you have to accept the fact that if you were buying through this run-up, even though you know that you're not supposed to chase green candles, then recognize that it's your fault. But also remember, you are not the only one who has done this before. We have all been there. Now, here's the very important thing though. If you purchase THG during this run-up, and if you're currently at a paper loss, one, did you spend money that you can afford to lose? Because I do hope that you did not leverage anything, whether it's taking out a loan, borrowing money from people, spending money that you cannot afford to lose. I do hope that you did not make that decision because that is the number one killer of investments. If that is the case and you're already losing money, then really cannot help you because, this is really up to you. Do you accept that loss and do you actualize that loss and move forward from here because it's leveraged money? Or if you did not leverage any money and it's money that you can afford to lose, then there's an easier solution to this, which is to hodl. Because when we look at the charts and we help you assess the situation you're in, if you can afford to lose the money that you purchased THG with, then it's much easier because pretty much hodl all the way through. THG is not like Dogecoin, it's not like Shiba, it's not like Floki. You have meme coins that don't have inherent value. What you have here is a game, and what you have is a token that has pretty much a lot of utility, a lot of deflationary utility. So that is the first thing that you have to keep in your head. So if you believe in the project, then even if you're suffering loss, you're only losing money when you actually sell. As long as you just hold your THG, nothing happens. Okay? So next, let's dive into the charts to see what's going on. So the first thing that we need to account for here is if you look at the overall market on a daily time frame for THG, it looks like we are really on our way to zero, right? Because price has fallen by 42% since the peak right here. But if you look at the overall structure where this is the 21 EMA, THG appears to still be at a healthy state. We are still above the EMAs, so we are still at an uptrend. So that is check number one. However, is this the bottom right here? I don't think so because there is still room to go down. What do I mean by that? Your 21 EMA is still here at around $12. Also, if you look at the RSI and if you look at the break-in structure right here when we fell down, so this is the previous dump that happened prior to this run-up. This previous dump this very bottom right here had an RSI of 50 before the hour continuation, or 49.65. Look at where the RSI is. There is still a gap right here that can be filled by further sell-off, hopefully, before bouncing off higher from here. The other one is, of course, we have identified in the last video that your stock RSI moves in waves. So now we're up here, but you go down. Now we were up here for a while, and where are we going now? We are gonna go down. So we have more room to go down before we head back up. The other thing to note is if we lay our Fibonacci from the bottom, from the top and the bottom right here, our EMAs coincide nicely with the 1.272 right here. So in future candles, this is going to be our test of support now. This 1272 right here. And hopefully we bounce off from here. Why do we keep saying that we will bounce off from here? That is because if you're a first timer here in my channel, then we have identified that we are currently undergoing a 5-wave Elliott wave structure, where this is your wave 1 right here, this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, and now we are currently undergoing a wave 4 before our eventual destination somewhere in the future. Now, for those of you who have been following my channel, where do we go from here? So let's assume that this is the local top and this is the local bottom, this 21 EMA right here. Where would our wave 5 be? So our wave 5 right here, if this is my bottom, we can aim for 3 price targets. So the first one is you aim for the 1618 as the wave 5 destination. That is usually the conservative way to go, of around $32.89. Sometimes wave 5s don't necessarily blast past the wave 3. They can fall short. So you can either aim for the 1272, for example, which is $26, or sometimes it just barely reaches the 1 before continuation. So it really depends on how strong will THG be. Will it keep holding support levels? Because if it keeps holding our EMAs right here, then our bounce offs would most likely be healthier as compared to when it starts breaking structure to the downside. Because if it breaks our structures right here, then it will take a long time to recover, because you will get rejected on the 55, you will get rejected on the 21, etc. So the most bullish case is really we have to continue to hold structure right here. Hopefully, we fill in this gap of the 21 EMA, maybe test it a little bit to the downside, but eventually just keep going on to our wave 5 destinations and beyond. So one more thing to clarify before I end the video. You may be wondering, why am I only having a $33 target right here? What's going to happen after the 33? Well, after a wave 5 run-up, we have an ABC correction. But the ABC correction will really depend on the strength of the token. But until we get there, let's not talk about it yet. Also, so this $33 is the price target for this structure right here. This doesn't mean that $33 is the final destination of THG and everything will go to a bear market. That's not how it works. We will, of course, go higher, but for this particular structure, these are our targets. If you want to realize profits from here, that's up to you. If you want to keep hodling, that's also up to you. But again, everything I say, not financial advice. And that's it. I really do hope that this helps a bit, especially for those who have bought the run-up. You can blame everyone, but more importantly, blame yourself. At the end of the day, just chalk it up to experience, because trust me when I tell you, all of us have been there. All of us have made bad trades. All of us have made bad calls. All of us have made emotional calls. All of us had FOMO calls. That's just the way life is. Okay? And that's it for me. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.